Welcome to a Matt.Cook.Oregon video. In this video we are going up the summit of the Middle Sister. The Middle Sister is one of 3 mountains in central Oregon called the Three Sisters. They're all about 10,000 feet tall, but they vary in difficulty. Middle Sister is the medium difficulty of the 3, with south being the easiest and north being the hardest. Most of the hike in, you are looking at the North Sister, a very difficult mountain. I have not climbed that one yet, but I hope to one day. There was a huge fire here in 2012, started by lightning. The burn area is about half the hike in and spans 40 square miles. This is a 16-mile round trip, with more if you want to see some creeks and lakes. This is the east summit, and there's also a west summit with a trail called Obsidian Trail. This summit takes a trail called East Pole Creek Trail up to the base of the mountain, and from there we camped. Early in the morning I began the summit. The summit starts out with just a long uphill with loose rocks. Eventually you get to something called Hayden Glacier, which you can walk up or go around. In this video I went around because I was summiting alone, and going on a glacier alone is not really a good idea. After Hayden Glacier you see something in the middle called Prouty Point, and you have to go around that to get to the summit of Middle Sister. This is where I split up with my wife and dog. This is not a good trail for dogs to walk. It's also kind of dangerous to walk it alone unless you're really comfortable with the area and being out in the wild. There are some smaller snow patches to walk across this way. They are pretty safe, but you should always be careful on glaciers. Though most of this is just a hike, mountain climbing is seriously dangerous business. I recommend going with people who know what they're doing so you can learn from them. There's a look at the top of Hayden Glacier, which you would come out on if you went up that way. Near the top of the summit, I started to notice that I was surrounded in butterflies. The waves of butterflies were just endless. The easiest time to summit this mountain is in the fall. That is when the snow level is lowest. The weather is also nice. The higher you get up, the more difficult and steep it becomes. Near the top you're dealing with some steep and loose rock, which can be pretty scary. During this part I tried to get close to all the big rocks so I had something solid to hold on to. Summiting the Three Sisters are all very different from each other. The south, being the easiest, is mostly just an uphill hike, while the middle has a little bit of steeper crawling, and then the north has some walls that usually take ropes to climb up. The steep and slippery part ends, and then you have an easy little hike to the very top of the summit. This big rock right here is the true summit. I got to be up here on the summit alone for about 20 minutes, which was really relaxing. There's the South Sister, and then Mount Bachelor right behind it, and then Broken Top right there. In the distance is a look at the Trilogy fire, which is a 10,000 acre wildfire in Oregon right now. Looking out at the northwest side, you can see tons of mountains like North Sister, Three Finger Jack, Washington, Jefferson, Mount Hood, and Mount Adams. The way down was a lot easier. You'd think you might slip and fall, but the rocks just kind of stop you. As there wasn't really any climbing other than crawling up the scree slope, I found some actual climbing to do on the way down.
Alright, ready?
Of course, one of the best things about going up the mountain is glissading down. That's it for the Middle Sister Summit. I hope you enjoyed it.